Clásico. The 229th official meeting between these two sides, and it doesn't get much closer. 91 victories for Real Madrid, 89 for Barcelona, and they'll be looking to keep a good run of form, trying for their third straight Clásico win here on enemy ground. Phil Shane alongside Ray Hudson. It could not be a more beautiful day in Madrid. And at the Santiago Bernabeu, Real hoping they have something special in store, Ray.
Nothing like it in all of world sports, let alone football. Phil, El Clásico, Muhammad Ali and Smoking Joe Frazier came close in Manila, but that was a one-off. This is El Clásico. It happens rarely, and every time it's always ratcheted up. The world's most expensive player might not be here. Gareth is injured, of course, but who else do we have? We have the winner of the Ballon d'Or last year and the 3 previous years. We've got both winners of the European Golden Shoe, plus the winner of the World Cup Golden Ball and the World Cup Golden Boot. An absolutely treasure trove of talent out there, and we will all be absolutely goggle-eyed and looking at this.
Even a little help from above, perhaps. San Iker and San Andres on opposite sides, who will get the chance to be the hero today. The King of Kings, Real Madrid, 32-time La Liga champions against 22-time champs Barcelona. If you were lucky enough to get a seat, enjoy. Like the rest of us, buckle up and get ready for what could be a bumpy ride.
Wonderful auditorium, tuning up their battle lungs as the 2 greatest football players, or the greatest football player in the world, lines up. Which one is it, Cristiano or Messi? It depends on which side of the table you're on. 2 fabulous coaches in Ancelotti and Lucho Enrique, who bring their teams here at their operatic high notes. They've been spectacular of late. Real Madrid all conquering, all domineering over Liverpool. These are 2 coaches that use their Champions League as dress rehearsals for this match, Phil.
Real Madrid and Barcelona, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Are you ready?
El Clásico is brought to you by the new cricket. Something to smile about.
Real Madrid 6-0-2, 30 goals scored, 15 of them from Cristiano Ronaldo. Lionel Messi leading Barca to a 7-1-0 mark. These are the lineups brought to you by EA Sports FIFA 15. And boy, wouldn't this be a FIFA game. Take a look as Karim Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo going on that front line, and Luis Suarez, will he be out on the right? Will he be in the middle? He is in the starting lineup.
Barcelona, botanical football. He'll feel his way in, and the magisterial players alongside him will be complementary, swapping positions. Mascherano drops it to the back, along with Piqué as Mathieu goes out wide to try to contain the Hydra of Saint Iker's men. No better attacking team in the world than Real Madrid, and no better goal scorer than this man wearing number 7 for the Royal Whites, Cristiano. He's never played better in his life, Phil, and that is an enormous statement of itself. Will Barcelona have the power to contain the uncontainable? Bravo hasn't let a goal in. Iker Casillas, well, the World Cup winning captain, will be the inspiration again.
You saw the substitutes, easily quality enough to start. In fact, the 2 substitute goalkeepers, many would have projected to be the starters here today a couple of months ago, but Iker Casillas stepping back up to his high notes, and Claudio Bravo showing no signs of being beatable.
Right before it starts here, this is the place where heroes become legends and where moments become history.
We are underway. Jesus Hill starting us out. Barcelona in the Blaugrana, defending the goal to the right. The all-white of the Merengues of Madrid attacking from the left. Javier Mascherano swinging it out to the far side. Alves 1 touch forward. Suarez with his first La Liga touch.
Well, right away, the crowd getting on top of Barcelona, as always. There'll be a mix of that possession game, which is Barcelona's DNA and their go-to, of course, but under Enrique they've been a little bit more direct, Phil, so it'll be a little bit of a mix. For Real Madrid, you know exactly what they're coming with, the best attacking team, the best counter-attacking team, but Modric and Toni Kroos has got big responsibilities in front of that back line to keep the damper down.
Again, look at our starting lineups, brought to you by EA Sports, FIFA 15. He said there would be a surprise, Carlo Ancelotti. I think the surprise is there's no surprises in the starting lineup. It's what you might expect.
Yep.
Noah Otamendi to be a bit more defensive. Meanwhile, a few surprises on the Barca side, including Luis Suarez in the starting lineup, Sergio Busquets holding in the midfield, and Jeremy Mathieu out wide here on the left side.
The player on the ball has been magnificent, and another peach of a pass from James.
Looking for the inside ball, Isco deflected away off of the post, and nice play by Alves. Now Xavi, who was magisterial, to borrow a phrase, against Eibar, and keeping Ivan Rakitic on the bench. A little touch from Iniesta. Neymar against Carvajal keeps it Barcelona's way. Phil Shane, Ray Hudson with you. Glad you could join us today. It is El Clásico, the 229th of all time in official matchups, the 85th La Liga matchup in the Bernabeu. 51 of those have gone Real Madrid's way, 18 have gone Barca's. However, Barca swept last season under Tata Martino. A little too far for Alves.
Well, Dani Alves' men, although they haven't allowed a goal in all of La Liga performances this year, have been a little bit, how can I say this, toothless up top. Well, that's not the case now with Suarez in, but this is going to be ding-dong seesaw football, especially when this wonderful Colombian is on the pitch.
Carvajal drives it, deflected by Mascherano. Out comes Bravo. No team in any of Europe's Big Five leagues has started out a season with 9 straight clean sheets. That could be the history made today by Claudio Bravo. It won't be easy. Here's Messi. Beautiful ball around Marcelo. Wide by Xavi. Suarez drives. Neymar open.
Great ball.
Neymar.
Nicely.
Neymar. Neymar!
Ah! Magnificent! Beyond
Luis
belief!
Suarez with the assist and Neymar with the goal.
Superlative football from Barcelona. And again, the Brazilian is simply magnificent. And he knows nothing more than a challenge of a row of defenders. And he leaves them stretched out here like a line of laundry. It's beautiful build-up from the midfield of Barcelona. But then, when it comes to Neymar, he doesn't rush it. Take a look, beautiful ball started from chameleon eyes out wide, and Suarez pings this one beautifully. There's that row of defenders. He runs square, and he steers it into the bottom of the corner with absolute malicious intent and deadly accuracy. Look at his eyes, they're still looking up. Where's Messi? And then he sees the back of the net and catapults this one in. Look out, kids. Don't ask for a Neymar for Christmas. He'll put your eye out.
9th goal of the season for Neymar. Now, Ronaldo with 15 of them. The gauntlet has been thrown. And now, Piqué with the trip. A free kick for Cristiano.
Well, he invites every challenge in, drives past square. There's a little contact on him as he's ghosting by Piqué. Gerrard leans in and gets a touch of the man. It's traveling at such quick speed. Takes a little bit of touch to knock him off his balance. But this is danger territory. And this man, when he steps up to face a free kick, has been very good this year, Claudio Bravo, but he hasn't faced Cristiano Ronaldo. Gunslinger pose coming at you.
As you said in the pregame, Ray, he's arguably the best in the world, and he's playing better than ever in his career. From about 30 on the angle, drives it low, deflects off Piqué. Now squared for Modric, and Real will regroup. Marcelo. Controlling it on the far side. James now on the left. Benzema flipped it over, and Bravo by an angle.
Magnificent from the Frenchman in his attempt to squirt it by. Bravo leaves his lane just in the nick of time, but look at this ball curled around beautifully. He's got no other chance. He's got to take a little touch on it. It's soft as a mother's kiss. He nearly gets it past Bravo, but Bravo saves this by the looks of it from that angle, Phil.
Well, it will be Mascherano in the back line. Had played the midfield position the last two games, raising a question about the man with Puyol's old number 5, but Busquets is out there. There's a question about Barcelona's defense. Well, right now, they've given themselves a bit of breathing room.
Well, they've never looked more solid in my eyes, Phil, is what they have under Luis Enrique. He's really galvanized that back line, and none more so than the addition of Jeremy Mathieu, who adds a lot of stability and pace to that back line. But he's never faced pace like this Real Madrid's got.
Isco finds a way to bring down Messi.
Well, early going, 1-0. Dream start for Enrique's men. Sad start for poor Isco's Real Madrid, but no blame can be laid at Santiago Casillas on that go-ahead goal, Phil, in my opinion. It was an extraordinary goal. I think Casillas will be looking at his defenders in front of him that allowed Neymar to run so freely square to him.
Both Pepe and Ramos coming back from injuries. Headed clear Benzema. And Ray, if there was a gamble today, it was Luis Suarez in the starting lineup for his first time since the suspension. A hard challenge in the midfield, and the whistle from Jesus Hill. Modric taken out. Real wants a card. And if that was anyone but Messi, they might have gotten one. Hill, one of the shining lights of Spanish refereeing, just 30 years of age, youngest FIFA ref in Spain. Has not pulled a red out yet this season and has only called a penalty once. Isco, his addition to the starting lineup, giving Real Madrid legs. Benzema, nice touch. Carvajal. Here's James on his shooting foot. Slips away from Isco as Ronaldo slides to the spot. Isco, the run, Carvajal, bumped over in the box by Piqué.
Beautiful, clean tackle by Gerard Piqué, time to perfection.
And Messi on Kroos, second in a row, and Hill on second thought says it will be a yellow.
The referee warned him, you got to pull out of those. He's seeing it exactly to Messi. Messi saying no way. But he reaches in here to Toni Kroos, and he's a little late with that challenge. He steps through, there's very little in it. Goes to play the ball away and catches Kroos, but there's a wonderful intervention here through the side. Real Madrid fans saying it's through the back.
Ray, as I mentioned, Luis Enrique putting Suarez out there. It's been a masterful touch from Suarez, even if he hasn't seen much of the ball. Marcelo into the box, good move, squares Benzema, but the pass behind him.
Takes a little bit of a deflection here, I believe, of Piqué, who just as well gets that little razor touch to it. Brilliant by Marcelo.
Chipped inside, James deflected wide, back to the Colombian, bangs off Mascherano for the corner. First Colombian ever to play in El Clásico, and he's on fire. Diving header at the back post, Mathieu.
Great control by Suarez there to calm this down. It's rapid attack by Real Madrid, who's really starting to warm the engine. And take a look at that again. That ball from Marcelo was brilliant. The turn was even better when he got onside the box. Look at this, magnificent from the Brazilian. And Piqué there, his heel just takes a little deflection to take it away from Big Ben's.
10 minutes in. 80 to go. Driven inside, headed off the crossbar. Benzema, second effort, and he hits the post. Can you believe it?
Stupefying from Cristiano Ronaldo out wide. Take a look at this ball. It's magisterial and a magnificent header from Benzema, and another rasp at the goal. Wonderful from Cristiano. Edward Scissorhands with his legs, and then this delivery, and that header is world class. Unlucky Real Madrid pouring the pressure on and finding the way through Barcelona, who have had precious little of that syncopated possession that they usually strangle a game by. It's been Real Madrid who've been resurgent since going a goal down.
Well, it's obvious Barcelona needed that early goal, hanging on at the moment. Long ball towards the corner goes awry.
This Real Madrid team, Isco's men, has been absolutely flawless in their attacking, and they're putting on another advertisement here today. All sorts of problems for Barcelona.
James doesn't like the call.
It's not as if it's down to Barcelona's lackadaisical play either. More to do with Real Madrid's intricate pinpoint passing that has been exercised at an incredible pace. There's very little dwelling on the ball by Real Madrid, Phil. It's one touch, get it down, and then play it, and they've got a wonderful multitude of options for selection. And Real Madrid really starting to boss this game after going that goal down. Look out.
Looking for the afterburners, Ronaldo. Marcelo staying forward, carries for Rodriguez, keeps it alive, deflected, and Bravo will smother.
Super sharp, Real Madrid down the flanks. They're attacking Dani Alves' space on one side, heavily favouring that far left. And Barcelona need to look as if they get a little bit more cover around Dani Alves. But then Real Madrid, being this European champion that they are, can switch it over to this side. And looking at James, heavily involved on this right side. It's a rabbit hole attack, Phil. Barcelona cannot contain the amount of burrows that are there.
Carvajal swinging through. Neymar going down. Looks like the assistant's having a chat with the referee. Was there contact? Yes.
Little Dani Carvajal, 5'8", Spanish international. Only played a couple of times for the national team, but he's one that's going to have to contain Neymar. A real good battle. There's a number of them out there.
Neymar getting his revenge, but it's going to cost him.
Pepe has a great look at this and saying that it was a revenge. Elbow up and comes right at the side of Dani's face here. It's a fair yellow card. It's rash by the Brazilian, who alongside with Messi now gives Lucho Enrique a bit of a headache. It's Suarez that's being the good boy.
Kroos filling that Xabi Alonso role, or trying to. Launched in towards the corner, but it carries across the chalk. 23 goals now for Barcelona. Only Real Madrid has scored more, and Barcelona the only team in the European top flight yet to allow a goal. Little touch in by Alves, back to Messi. See that little edge, even Messi and Neymar sharp on defense. That's something Luis Enrique has added that might not have been there last year. Caressed by Neymar. Curls back on Modric. Here's Xavi. Beautiful, but what else can you expect? Alves, Messi, Suarez setting up in the 18. Iniesta scoops for Neymar. Got away a bit. And Carlo Ancelotti, I don't think he was the intended target.
A little bit too over-elaborate there by the Brazilian. It's actually not a bad way to get your head back level when you've got that sort of ability and skill, especially if it comes off. He was painted against the line, had an open, more simpler pass, but, well, you kind of knock him for decorating the game with those sorts of tricks. That's well played by Pepe, and he had that intervention.
Here's Ramos, back from his calf injury suffered on international duty. Marcelo looking for Ronaldo, cleared by Piqué. Only as far as Kroos. He's got a cannon, but an easy one for Bravo to smother.
You can see the route of attack for Real Madrid very plainly. They're wonderful down that left side again, and it's Marcelo that's attempting time after time to pick his wonderful targets out.
Mathieu using his speed to get up front.
Oh, magic.
Fritz it for Suarez, and Carvajal saves the day.
Wonderful from Jeremy Mathieu, and his touch is as if he's got a big velvet cushion around his right leg. Beautiful on the run. Jeremy Mathieu in his few practices recognises I can ping this one into Suarez, and he'll have the ability to control it on the run. The ex-Liverpool man having a good introduction.
Casillas, Pepe in defense, cleared away. Benzema told where to go, and Iker knew exactly.
The intended near post corner that for Suarez. It's very close to finding its target.
Chipped in, but it falls for Xavi. An errant clearance by Pepe, and Barca will get it back.
Very uncharacteristic there from the Portuguese man. Had plenty of time and space as he saw that ball coming to him. Seemed to lose his footing right at the crucial point, and as he lost his balance there, just intended to get it out of dodge.
Nice ball by Mathieu, but Suarez trying to go behind Pepe. Carvajal upfield, taking over that starting spot from Arbeloa. Busquets back for Xavi. On the turn, Suarez, nice for Mathieu. Cleared by Pepe in the center, straight to Kroos, maybe fortunately. And back to Casillas. Uses his favored left, and he didn't get all of it. Nice from Isco. How quickly Real can strike.
A great ball from Marcelo.
Benzema
wants it back, gets
Marcelo, and wide for Ronaldo. Ronaldo in a two-hopper to Bravo.
And Marcelo really shining like a lighthouse out there for Real Madrid, heavily involved, confidently leaving Real Madrid's back line with 3 against 3. When Marcelo joins in, leaves his defensive position, and it's causing all sorts of problems. But they still haven't found a target yet to equalize this game, but they are coming extremely close. Classic Clásico, Phil. The steam rising off this pitch. A lot of it to do with the way Real Madrid are threatening and breaking forward.
Neymar the goal in the 4th minute. Of course, remember 216 days ago at the Bernabeu, Iniesta scored in the 7th minute.
Nice.
But they needed a goal 6 minutes from time from that man to get the win.
Nicely.
Xavi just behind Mathieu, and Carvajal is there. Again for Rodriguez. Can't get around Busquets.
Nice needle-point passing for Barcelona, and that time, and the one that just blotted his copybook was Xavi with that last release of a pass for Jeremy Mathieu, uncharacteristically from chameleon eyes. It's going to be a defining moment, though. These passes that are just an inch or two from finding their targets.
Thomas tried to get it long, couldn't, so takes the alternate route.
Great pace about this game, isn't it? Well played, Pepe.
But he might have gotten ahead of himself, bumps into Busquets, and gets the call. Quickly restarted by Real. Marcelo drives, off balance by Piqué. Nice touch, Alves. Suarez to the middle. Xavi keeps it alive, but Mathieu had stayed home. And that's why. Ronaldo against Mathieu. Squares. Piqué clears. Frenchman touches it out of danger briefly.
Real Madrid really opening up Barcelona, one side and then the other. Barcelona got to consider themselves a little fortunate at this point in the game to be holding on to this lead.
Nearing the midway point of this opening half, Xavi with a bit of space. Again, the thought that they might have stuck in a Yadimendi instead of Isco.
Well, both coaches having a multitude of options, especially Luis Enrique. But it seems that both coaches have got their tactics spot on because both teams are playing well, especially Real Madrid.
Talked about Luis Enrique. Statistically, the best passer in La Liga this season is Ivan Rakitic, and he starts him on the bench.
Tough decision. Less of tougher decisions for Ancelotti, but the boys are responding in the white shirts.
And Mascherano all the way back to Bravo.
Good
Bravo says he doesn't think of himself as a starter, says he feels he has to prove it every game.
A wonderful ball out of the back from Claudio Bravo into Sergi Busquets, who invites the challenge on. It's a wonderful indication of how Bravo can really start the attack going from his position, a la Victor Valdez. That's a confident ball from Ica.
Finds Pepe, plays it into the center for Kroos.
Nicely.
Barcelona starting to pinch forward, though, and forces an errant pass.
Played.
Mathieu again showing his offensive skill.
Good ball.
Messi in the middle. Messi! Casillas down quickly.
Super settled by Jeremy Mathieu.
Stolen by Busquets.
Tackle.
And won back by Isco briefly. Of course, Messi at 250.
Nice.
Looking for 251.
What?
Is this it? Just skims the post.
What a miss this is! Astonishing from Messi to get himself free. At speed, it's Suarez again. Is magnificent in setting it up, Phil. The other side here, little bit of contact here from Piqué on the Frenchman. Right here, goes down making a little bit of it. But what a miss from Messi at the other end.
250, could have had 2 or 3 more last weekend, but was also a bit wasteful. In-swinger from Xavi. Blasted low, but off target by Busquets. Fourth minute, Neymar. 6 minutes later, Benzema hit iron not once but twice. Still 1-0. Just over 20 minutes to go in the opening half.
Suarez involved in the opening goal, and Suarez it was at the architect what should have been number 2 until Messi's left foot turned into a jellyfish, it seemed. But there was a player close to him, but usually they're just absolutely automatic for Lionel. We haven't seen it again in replay. We will.
Nice from Benzema. Modric sneaking forward, finds James, back post, Ronaldo, outside of the boot. Alves got there first.
Now James can it lofted up enough for Cristiano to attack. His left foot is his Stradivarius, his right foot's just a good violin. But had he been able to pick out Cristiano with a little bit more pop, that would have been the equalizer.
Pepe having words with the referee after Kroos takes out Messi.
Well, the yellow cards that we've seen being given, that one would indicate that that one perhaps should have been as well. If that referee is calling it one way, got to call it the other. Toni Kroos stepping right across Messi.
Only once this season has he shown yellow more than 4 times. And as I mentioned, just 1 penalty whistled by Gil. And at 30 years of age, you might say a bit inexperienced for a match of this caliber, but he is one of Spain's best. See what he can do over the next 70 minutes or so.
Kept it in.
Mentioned 250 goals for Messi, 251 for Telmozada, although reports from AS earlier today, as they went back through all of Telmozada's games, it might be a bit more, but officially Messi one away. Scooped by Iniesta, Marcelo with the clearance. Nice from Isco, and here's Ronaldo with space.
And time, you don't want to give him that if you're Barcelona.
Busquets tries to slow him down. A bump in the box. Ronaldo goes down, but the whistle is silent.
Referee right on top of this as well. It's a gamble by Busquets, reaching in on Cristiano, who looked as if he just touched it past Sergi as he stepped in. The referee right on top of that and seeing Ronaldo going down a little too easily, looking for the dive.
Seeing more and more of this Messi dropping back. Today it's Xavi pushing forward. Now Iniesta on the ball.
Suarez's distribution has been absolutely impeccable.
Cut off by Pepe, straight to Suarez. Oh. And he can't get the shot because Ramos throws his body in the way.
It's a wonderful defensive challenge. Here's that contentious debate. He's standing his ground. Cristiano tries to check and then flops down. There's contact made, but referee right on top of it, giving nothing.
Probably a good no call, but that could come back as a controversy. Suarez again. Hasn't played since this summer. He looks razor sharp. Only a couple of friendlies with Barcelona B, and
well, he's flitting into the spaces beautifully and allowing Messi to drift one side of him and then Neymar the other.
Here's Messi. Swears. Neymar. Carvajal slides and blocks. Barcelona starting to turn the heat up, but Real Madrid holding on.
Super ball this time from Messi to pick out Neymar, but a brilliant intervention by Sergio Ramos, and he had to get there, Phil. Wonderful cover-up job by Ramos, right in front of Iga.
So Ramos a moment ago, Carvajal just seconds ago, that have kept this score at 1. Ronaldo shows, Busquets will follow. Playing the shadow. Now slides over and Isco bursts past. Looks for Marcelo, who had a second thought. Piqué will clear. Messi, who's playing with the yellow, bumps into Ramos. And again, that is something to keep an eye on. Messi and Neymar both with yellows. Contact, but with Busquets backing away. If it was called, it would have been harsh.
Seen a lot of replays of the infractions, but there's been brilliant chances at both ends of this pitch that have not been capitalized on.
Isco denied. Alves defensively. Will he stick around for more?
Suarez.
Messi slides.
Good ball.
Suarez is wide, but it's Neymar in the center. Carvajal getting help. Suarez returns it, but Neymar was frozen.
Wonderful from Suarez again, catching Neymar by surprise. Suarez thinking he's going to be off to the races with that little give, go and get. But Neymar a little bit flat-footed, maybe a little overhit by Suarez, but man, he is so needle-point on his passes, setting up his teammates here.
30th minute.
Luis Suarez.
10 shots, 5 on goal combined. Iniesta. Might have been a question a couple of weeks ago, but Iniesta arguably Barca's best player in their last 2 games.
Well, the question might have been how brilliant is he? Didn't see any fall down in his form.
Nice try by James, but his counterpart was better. Messi. Mathieu. And a beautiful tackle by Carvajal.
Sliding tackle by Carvajal. Knows he's got to go down and get dirty. Beautiful reading of Jeremy Mathieu. Knew he wasn't going to take it that extra touch to the line. Danny goes down, slides through beautifully. Hierro Talking about Modric and Toni Kroos perhaps in front of that back four.
Driven by Xavi. Cleared away by Ronaldo. Alves with a bouncer, deflects, but straight to Casillas. Don't forget more wrap-ups coming your way after the game and the halftime show as well to get you up to date. Just at the edge of the area, Benzema brought down. That's one that did get away.
The 30 minutes have just flown by. I don't know if that's chewing gum or Pepsi that he's taken. Settle the nerves. Wonderful, throbbing football game. Absolutely pulsating with skill.
Was brought in to settle Real Madrid's nerves after the Mourinho era, and it does have a different feel, less off-the-field distractions, instead on-the-field brilliance. Again, Xavi sliding forward as Messi drops back. Back to Piqué. Messi in the center circle. Deflects and straight to Carvajal. Barca looking for its third straight victory after Real Madrid had gone 3 straight without defeat. Over the last 12 in all competitions, Barca rather one-sided with 8 victories and 2 draws. But anything can happen every time these two step on. It's Neymar. Was Messi onside? Flag stays down. Cleared away before Suarez could get there. Nope, the flag does come up late. It wouldn't have counted. Miguel Martinez on the far side. And a good checkup by Carvajal.
Beautifully caught. Look out.
Busquets looks like he took a knock.
A tremendous switch from Modric to find the danger man.
Marcelo wide. Benzema drops in support. Ronaldo, and it just got away off a deflection. Alves says no, but the referee has the final say. Everyone trying to frame the moment. Ronaldo down into Piqué. Calls for a handball, but no, says the ref.
Wonderful supply from James. He goes again.
Rodriguez denied by Bravo. Beautiful chance. The arm of Mathieu does come out, and it does hit off Piqué. Well, let's go down pitch side. Jeremy St. Louis with more.
Yes, guys, the fans are certainly not very happy about some of the calls.
Chance
that Real
for
Madrid
Marcelo.
are not getting.
Piqué, and it is going to be called this time. A chance to equalize from the spot.
It's that man again that I've been banging on about, Marcelo, who for me has been the best player in the match. Drives in beautifully and pulls this back.
Back to Jeremy. What did you see?
Well, the fans are a lot happier now that they finally got that penalty. They weren't happy after the missed calls, and obviously the fans thought Ronaldo's thing should have been a penalty, but I think he went down a little soon. They'll be happier now if they can put in from 12 and tie this game, guys.
Thanks, Jeremy. Claudio Bravo has not surrendered a goal in league play, but that could end here 10 minutes from halftime. Ronaldo looking for his 16th, and he gets it. We're tied at 1.
Well, he'll be the hero again, but Marcelo deserves full marks. He's been a massive thorn in the side of Barcelona all game long, and he comes back to haunt them again. Cool like a killer, Cristiano, of course, sends Bravo the wrong way, and he finishes, but there's that wonderful cross, and that's a penalty for me. Clearly, he didn't see the way Marcelo slipped away from his defenders, but he's been slipperier than an eel, covered in Vaseline all game long, and he comes back to haunt Barcelona They haven't been able to contain Marcelo from the get-go, and he is having his way on that far side against Dani Alves.
Bravo's shutout streak ends 754 minutes, longest to start a season in La Liga history, second behind Miguel Reyna in Barcelona history all time. 10 minutes left. Real Madrid on the front foot again.
Good ball again, Marcelo.
Isco for Modric.
He wants it again, Marcelo. Sharper than a porcupine's backside in this game.
James with Isco now on the right wing. Ronaldo and Benzema in the box. Back for Rodriguez, sneaks it through, but it deflects back to Bravo.
Marcelo pleading out there, him wide open. Been going on, Phil. It's Barcelona allowing him way too much space. He's got a cow's field of playing on that left side.
Stripped away, kind of a howl. Mascherano, a blind pass to the middle, straight to Kroos. Here's Rodriguez, and it does go to Marcelo. Poked away as the two Brazilians do battle. Marcelo turns. Alves back. Collision, play on.
No collision. Unlucky though, Marcelo. Dani Alves gets the better of that little joust, but the battle is being won by Marcelo.
11 straight games that Ronaldo has found the net for Real Madrid, and they needed it.
Well, Hierro looks on, and he'll be relieved. He'll have a good locker room thanks to that man. Some good interventions by Ramos as well to keep the scoreline at 1-0. The Messi miss, of course, is haunting Barcelona right now.
Well, if you believe the figures, nearly 500 million fans tuning in 5 continents. I have a feeling they're probably watching in Antarctica as well. Just don't have the ratings yet. Inside for Neymar. Modric back. Iniesta tries to stick a boot out, and he catches the man. Another yellow against Barca.
Well, of all the yellow cards that's been displayed, this one's probably the easiest one for the referee to give. Comes right across Modric, unquestionably.
Well, Fernando Hierro, who we've seen 17 yellow cards in Clásicos, his record safe at the moment, but of the 3 players who have them, probably 3 of the least likely, and Messi, Neymar, and Iniesta.
Ooh.
Almost put Bravo over.
Had to leave his lane. He does a good job to snuff out the ever dangerous Benzema.
Busquets. Barcelona still with the majority of possession.
Oh, that's a peach of a pass, and again, and Jeremy's on the overlap.
It's Neymar with help. Mathieu had put on the brakes.
A poor ball by Neymar, Phil. Leads him way too heavy. Doesn't cut it back into Jeremy's stride. He'd already had his picture picked and saw danger streaking into the box in the shape of Luis Suarez and Messi. If Neymar just played a simple ball, a little bit more accurate.
Keylor Navas looking on. It's a familiar sight for the Costa Rican. Xavi from the corner flag. Edge of the 6. Headed down, but it bounces and deflects wide. They'll try it again.
Wonderful attack from Neymar and Piqué, and they're unlucky not to get on the end of this one. Superlative pass from the corner kick from Xavi. Take 2.
4th corner now for Hernandez. Drives it long. Casillas out. Strong punch. Back in by Busquets. Marcelo touches forward. Isco can't get around Alves.
Wonderful play by Alves that time. Ready, score like a Jack and Jill nursery rhyme boot that time.
Kroos trying to throw a speed bump in front of Messi.
Ooh.
Alves didn't hear the footsteps, and Isco gets it back.
A great tracking back by young Isco.
Ronaldo in full flight. Mathieu.
He'll take him on here.
Front. To the goal line. Over Benzema. The adrenaline got the better of him.
Nothing in support other than James Rodriguez, who had checked his run for what he was hoping would be a pullback from Cristiano, but the Portuguese man trying to find the Frenchman directly. Poor ball.
Neymar with Carvajal. How quickly they close in on the wings. Just a bit surprised that Barcelona has not been able to go to Suarez more, as he's probably been the most razor sharp of the Barcelona attackers, surprisingly.
That's that wonderful changing of positions, though, Phil. Suarez does fade out wide, leaving them avenues for Neymar and Messi to exploit, and that has produced dividends for Barcelona. They just have not capitalized on it.
Out wide, Alves. Suarez sandwiched in between Ramos and Pepe. Neymar chomping at the bit next to him.
They're happy to concede possession in these places. Nicely drawn up defence here. 4-4-2 for Real Madrid, trying to suffocate them.
Mathieu drops it back. Xavi, his 41st Clásico. 3 back of the legend for Real, Paco Gento. 5 debutants on the day today, by the way, Suarez being one of them. Back to Iniesta. Now to Messi. His 29th Clásico, 21 goals scored against Real Madrid. And he had one of his easiest chances, but missed. 3 minutes left in first half regulation. Messi again. Suarez settles. Tries to get rid of it. Collides with Isco. No foul, says the ref.
The first heavy touch by Suarez, and Isco was in on it, pounced.
Rodriguez wide for Ronaldo. And a wall develops. Both teams catching a bit of breath, perhaps, before a final desperate push before the whistle. Goal in the 4th from Neymar. 30 minutes later, equalized from the spot by Ronaldo. 16th goal on the season, 14th against Barca. Marcelo out wide as the fans have their say. 2 minutes left in first half play. Carvajal will get there. Good touch for Rodriguez. James to his left. James past Neymar.
Again, Marcelo absolutely finds himself beautifully wide open. James not able to find him. He does this time.
Benzema on his inside. Scoops it forward. Rodriguez just wide.
Again, danger, danger, danger in the shape of Marcelo. James says, I'll keep feeding you. And Marcelo's like a big hungry vulture out wide, and some serious addressing of that area needs to be done by Lucho Enrique. It's an earlier attack of the ball from the corner kick here. Very close to finding his target is Neymar. Comes off that man Marcelo again.
Mathieu into the corner. Suarez busting a gut, but he couldn't get there. This match has lived up to the promise, and there's more to come. Bravo, finally beaten, has not given up a goal from the run of play yet. Mathieu with Neymar. Just in front of Iniesta. Now into the corner, and Carvajal will let it run. It is tied at 1 as we head to added time. Stick around for the halftime report brought to you by Volkswagen for all of the latest details on and off the pitch. 1-1 the score, 45 minutes on the spot. The goal from Neymar in the 4th. In the 35th, Ronaldo equalizes. Bravo finally beaten, but will it be enough for Real? Stick around and find out on beIN Sports.
El Clasico is brought to you by AT&T, mobilizing your world.
Claudio Bravo with the ball as we are just underway in the second half. James Rodriguez very involved in the first. 1-1 the score, 4th minute Neymar, 35th Ronaldo. Both teams with chances to dream about. Benzema hitting the crossbar, then the post in rapid succession. And Messi one-on-one with Casillas rolling the ball wide. Phil Shane, Ray Hudson with you. And Ray, the stage has been set magnificently. Suarez brought down by Modric, and now a chance to bring the curtain down.
Again, this referee keeping the yellow cards in his pocket here. The young man, 30-year-old, he's never shy in picking the yellow cards out against Barcelona in the first part, and Suarez leaves Modric here clearly and just about to either pick a pass or pick a shot at Iker, and referee seeing nothing. Well, Real Madrid started out, yeah, take a look, goes in and he takes a player down just as he's approaching. That's a yellow card. It's not given.
Well, Piqué, Iniesta, Messi and Neymar all with yellows for Barcelona.
Really, that's 4 Barcelona players sitting on yellows, Phil. Well said.
Should have been 1 for Modric at least.
Real Madrid in the first half started out very tentatively. How many times you see that in a game?
Messi just outside the area, just over 25 yards out, drives it into the wall, appeals for a handball, but when isn't there? Iniesta in, cleared away from Piqué briefly, and now a chance for Real. Isco, two-way player on the day. Isco Alarcón finds Benzema, in for Ronaldo, up steps Mathieu. Now it's Xavi to Messi. Couldn't get it around or through Marcelo. Looks like they're trying to get Suarez more involved here in the early going of the second half.
Well, involved or not, he's looked absolutely to the manner born in the Barcelona shirt. He's fit in absolutely wonderfully. Another reach around tackle through Benzema.
And Mathieu looking good with the ball at his feet. The pass to Messi, not as much. Here's Marcelo. Ronaldo with Ramos at the spot. Plays it in, and Piqué this time uses his feet, not his hands.
Yeah, stands up. And maybe he should have done that in that first half, standing up nicely and reading the pass.
Suarez again, showing no signs of rust. Neymar sneaks it across for Messi, has Alves.
Good ball.
Into the middle for Suarez, but it's blocked away by Ramos. Second effort, back post, looking for Neymar, cleared Carvajal. Rodriguez for Modric, but it will carry. Pressure from Barcelona to start this second half.
Good covering back by Iniesta there. He needed to put that obstacle in front of James for Modric. A little too low.
No
James
changes.
Rising nicely. Jumping wall.
Barcelona with Bravo in goal. Alves, Piqué, Mascherano and Mathieu. Busquets, Xavi and Iniesta. And Messi, Suarez and Neymar. For Madrid, it's Casillas in goal. Pepe and Ramos in the center. Carvajal and Marcelo on the flanks. Kroos and Modric, James and Isco, and then Cristiano and Benzema. Ball kicked back straight to Karim. James tries to get around Mascherano. Could have been a foul, but advantage. Benzema with Ronaldo. Ronaldo in the box, and a slide by Piqué takes it out for a corner.
Absolute warp speed by Cristiano's team. And they pick up possession 30 yards away from their own goal. This is what they do. They fold it up Wonderful, considerate play by Benzema again. Nice covering from Mascherano and Dani Alves to cut off the pass from Cristiano. He only had a shot at Bravo's goal.
Kroos into the center, over Ramos, straight to Pepe, who hits the bullseye.
Magnificent from the Portuguese man. Rises beautifully, and he is free as a bird. One of the reasons Macho was brought in was for his height to defend set pieces, but there's no defending this. Pepe rises like a beautiful salmon out of the fresh summer stream, and it's a big bucket full of knuckles header that is unstoppable from Bravo. Magnificent header. Take a look again. He peels away clearly like tissue on a toilet roll, and it's a free header. There's not a challenge, but his accuracy and his punch is perfect. No chance for Bravo. Magnificent header from Pepe.
And Barcelona beaten on a corner kick. They've been able to keep them off the scoreboard this season, but they have looked vulnerable. Benzema taking Mascherano with them. Ramos occupying the other defenders, and Pepe totally unmarked to give Real Madrid the lead. So now what does Barca do? Mache sneaking forward, wide for Mathieu, cuts to the inside against Rodriguez.
Again, Carvajal's cover around his teammate James Rodriguez is extremely good. They're covering for each other on the danger man. Insurance policies against the tricky Barcelona players when they are one-on-one. Even Jeremy Mathieu there is a wonderful position for him, but he had double coverage.
Well, both teams going at the opposite right back, and as you point out, Carvajal has been solid. Alves has been nearly perfect. Did not misplay a pass in the first half and has won the ball back a game-high 7 times, but it's Real Madrid in front for the first time today. Chested by Mathieu, straight to Carvajal, gifted back to Suarez.
Nicely.
It's Messi for Suarez, and there's Pepe to knock it free. Nice turn. In for Ronaldo, and he just can't bring it in.
Wonderful dagger ball from Big Benz. He sees his target streaking away, and it's the Dark Invader. Wonderful attempt to find him open.
Pedro loosening up. Will it be for Suarez? Neymar carrying a yellow. Messi with his entourage slams into Pepe, could not get the pass away. Pepe, by the way, his first Clásico goal. If you were going to say the man most likely to score the go-ahead goal, probably would not have been the top answer. Could have been obstruction, but then you never see that anymore. Approaching the 55th minute. Over the last 2 years, the last 9 Clásicos, Real with 4 wins to 3 for Barca. Marcelo to Benzema with Isco. Around Busquets, settled by Kroos. Squares for Ronaldo. Sneaks it in, Isco. Deflected cross straight to Bravo.
Unlucky, had 2 lovely targets to hit, and he attempts to find Benzema or Cristiano.
Nice from Carvajal yet again. Edge of the area. Finds Rodriguez, looking for goal, but Bravo in the way.
Goes for one of his World Cup specials there. James, he had Cristiano nicely available. It's a lovely turn from Suarez. Good ball.
Beautiful weight. Straight to Neymar. Dances inside. Feeds Suarez. Tries to cut inside Ramos and did, contorting his body. but the whistle goes the other way.
Suarez pulls him back at the end, but a beautiful turn. He starts this attack brilliantly. He tries to keep his feet here, not going down. Suarez shields him beautifully, tries to put the ceramic brakes on quick time, but loses his footing. Still looking very sharp for his first game back in over 4 months for Barcelona.
Did get the chance to play for Uruguay in a friendly. Mentioned the friendlies for Barca. He never quite looked sharp. The way he's playing today comes as a bit of a surprise and a pleasant one for Barca. Mascherano in to pick Rodriguez's pocket. Two of the bright stars in Brazil. There another in Bravo, and good work by Barca. Mathieu just starting to get called up by the French national team with his performances for Barcelona. Isco couldn't get there in time.
The magic ball.
Messi to Neymar. The drop pass, and in flies Ramos.
Again, it's not...
Mathieu slipped away by Iker.
Magnificent strike, and Neymar saying his apologies to Messi after that wonderful attack. Falls back for Jeremy, and that one's going in. Wonderful save from the Saint. Reads it. Wonderful. And that cat grows wings on the line. Magnificent from Iker.
Camera was expecting it to hit the net. Casillas had something else in mind. Sixth corner for Hernandez. Over Neymar and cleared.
Well played.
Alves brings it down. Delicate touch. Ramos to Kroos. In flies Alves again. Isco and Real with numbers, but just behind Ronaldo. Good ball by Benzema into the corner for Marcelo. Back to the middle, out comes Bravo.
It's going back to that setup by Neymar earlier, Phil. It's about the third or fourth time this game Neymar's had open players and the easy passes. He should have, could have, would have found Messi on another day, but the ball was a little bit short of Messi, who had started the attack off very much deep and wanted that ball back, didn't get it.
Approaching the hour mark. Flag comes up, it had crossed the line. No foul. Carvajal and Mathieu colliding. They still have Rakitic on the bench if they wish. But at this point, both teams showing no signs of slowing down. Kroos with the assist to Pepe's goal. By the way, his fifth, a team-leading fifth assist for Real Madrid.
And Suarez comes in a little bit through the back. Not much there. The referee doesn't think so either. Got the free kick.
Ancelotti seems to be almost the perfect man to guide this Real Madrid ship after the recent turmoils. Looking for his first league win against Barca, though. Nice by Xavi. Busquets surrounded, and he didn't know it. Deflected by Xavi into Suarez, pulled down by Ramos, but the flag stays down. Here's Kroos. Only Messi with more assists. Mascherano stepping into the midfield.
It's a wonderful turn by Suarez. Definitely grabbed by Sergio Ramos. Look out.
Messi poked away by Isco. Almost gets it back, but Pepe there first.
It was a wonderful turn, the pull. There's not much of a clip, but downstairs, take a look.
Maybe not much, although Ramos did tempt fate. Into space beautifully for Alves. To the goal line, bangs up off Ronaldo and out for the corner. Number 7, and I believe the first from this near side.
Good defending by Cristiano. Closing down on a danger man. His spacing's perfect. Reaches in right across and gets the ricochet up around his teeth.
Will this be our first change? And it's going to be Xavi who will exit. Rakitic coming in. 41 appearances against Real for Xavi. But he's going to have to watch the rest of this one from the bench. Rakitic will hand off the armband in a moment. More important things.
Seen a lot of the ball in the very early going of the game. Xavi.
Can they equalize from a corner, driven by Rakitic to the top, cleared by Rodriguez. Iniesta in a foot race with Isco. Ooh. And he flips it around, but Mascherano with bit. Now in for Ronaldo, squares. Rodriguez, Benzema, brilliant! Oh, what a goal for Real!
Magnificent from Los Blancos. A bad giveaway, but they are made to suffer. Real Madrid connects all of the dots and really makes a Surat painting out of them. It's magnificent counter-attacking football, and they are demonic in this counter. It's not just at warp speed, but it's precise, ruthless football. Isco emasculates Iniesta, takes him on, sees the open ball. It's a lovely rolled-in pass. Cristiano puts the brakes on. Benzema has the wherewithal, and no Hamas can set him up. He keeps on running, and that's a wonderful slingshot in the bottom corner. Superlative, and Benzema, like Wyatt Earp, pulls the trigger. That's a great goal.
Do not forget, it started with Isco. It's been his insertion in the Real Madrid lineup that's lit the fuse, and they have exploded all over Barcelona today.
Well, of all people, Iniesta dwelling a little bit on the ball, feeling as if he could not just get to the ball, but that he could possess it, and really was victimized badly.
Barcelona came in, had not allowed a goal in La Liga this season. Real has scored 3. That one, the first from the run of play. Chipped into the middle, cleared by Pepe.
Typical Clásico game, no letdown from Barcelona. A response, but his second goal, Pepe, may have really stung Barca. How much was Messi's miss in that first half?
Nice
a big one now.
What you guys were saying about Isco, there's been a lot of talk here in Madrid this week about the fact that Isco is perhaps one of the unsung Galacticos, and you can see on that goal he's certainly finding his place. Carlo Ancelotti really helped with his defensive responsibility, happy with it, and the fact that he can get in offense. He's a traditional number 10, but his versatility is getting him time at Real Madrid, and you see the result.
Thanks, Jeremy. And it did lead to goal number 3. Is that the insurance Real Madrid needs? 4th goal for Benzema on the season. In for Iniesta. Mentioned Rakitic, the best passer statistically on this season in La Liga, and Barcelona needs him now. To Messi. Neymar and Suarez, his poison. Now Iniesta. Good read by James.
It's a great ball.
Now Carvajal, but it's Machu. And Neymar keeps it alive. Iniesta as we near the midway point of the second half. Wide for Rakitic.
Magic Marcelo.
From Marcelo with Benzema 2v2. Benzema peels. Back comes Alves with a touch. Mascherano with the slide. Still alive, and bravo before Ronaldo can strike.
Beautiful setup again from my man of the match, Marcelo.
PK out of the traps, but it's Neymar who takes the bump. The whistle blows, and there's action behind the play. Oh, he forgot his can. Carvajal maybe getting away with one. Again, no yellows yet for Real Madrid. 4 against Barcelona. Deflects into the path of Neymar, dummies it through, but behind Suarez. Isco would be up there in man of the match consideration. Good ball to Ronaldo from Carvajal. Deflects to Kroos. Benzema, delicate. Ronaldo on the return, but the run wasn't there.
The run was there, but it needed to be at Carl Lewis space. Its speed, Phil. It's nicely cut out again from Isco. Beautiful turn, robbed.
Suarez.
Nicely.
Hungry, pardon the expression. Messi. Suarez in the middle. He's got a bit of space. Iniesta looking for redemption. Rakitic, Alves, Suarez. Ramos throws his body in front.
Unlucky, well played, Sergio Ramos to contain Luis Suarez there. He's in.
Just past the boot.
Wonderful invention from Iniesta. Suarez quick and slick, evading his defender nicely, but the ball again just not into his compass.
Xavi exchanging wisdom with Jose de la Fuente, the goalkeeping coach. Beautiful build. Isco again to Kroos. Now Ronaldo hitting the afterburners. Ronaldo, beautiful tackle by Alves. Things getting stretched. Not so much sprinting through the midfield, but warping it. Iniesta, Messi, Pepe. Iniesta to Rakitic, drives it low, but no problem for Casillas.
Yes, a hesitation between Mascherano and Iniesta, and Isco makes his decision, his mind up quick. That's a great little run from Benzema, but the smart run is where he leaves it and lets the ball run on to James, knowing that he's going to get an instantaneous ball back from the Colombian. And truly Barcelona opened up there, and he knows that one could be the killer blow. But Barcelona coming back.
Ronaldo and Real complaining about Barcelona getting an extra day's rest with the Champions League midweek. They haven't looked tired, but can they hold on in this final quarter of the match? The fans willing them to that final whistle. Suarez saw Pedro loosening up, chipping it in. Neymar soars but can't direct the header.
Good football was Suarez again. Fine debut for Barcelona. Takes a responsibility on his own Uruguayan shoulders this time, trying to set up Neymar. Good accurate pass to invite the Brazilian on, but good cover again by Real Madrid.
Suarez's debut is done. A good performance, but a losing one unless Pedro can help them turn it around. Second sub for Barcelona. Real yet to use their first. Into the midfield. Rakitic hasn't been much of a factor yet. Stripped away by Busquets. Kroos to Benzema. James on an angle, back to Kroos. Now for Benzema, who lasers it just over the crossbar.
Again, superb football by Hero's man, finding each other not just accurately, but really unselfishly. Toni Kroos could have had a go himself, but he sets up Benzema with a clear strike at goal. It's poor by his high standards, the way he's been playing.
Well, the insertion of Rakitic over Xavi, a few changes here or there, but with Pedro coming in for Suarez, It throws the spotlight on Messi and Neymar. 20 minutes left in regulation. Wide for Alves. Against Marcelo. Busquets, well-read Modric. Benzema pulled down by Busquets, play on.
Magic.
Pops back to his feet.
Wonderful ball, a back post on if he can find him.
Ronaldo squares, and they can't get it to James.
Then Cristiano's trying to find Benzema in the hope that he could touch it on to the Colombian. Just as they did for that wonderful third goal. Not that time.
Blasted away as Iniesta taking a nick. The two coaches talking to their number ones, Paul Clement for Ancelotti, and the former Barca netminder Juan Carlos Unzué to Luis Enrique. And it looks like Iniesta is hurt. Let's go back pitch side. Jeremy St. Louis with more. Jeremy.
Yeah, guys, Iniesta just pulled up and didn't look like he was hurt on that particular play, but then you see that there was contact on a previous contact with another player and a tackle, and it seems to have caught up with him. He's going to have to come off. That's disappointing for Barcelona, especially when they need a couple of goals.
Thanks, Jeremy, and that will be the third and final substitution for Barcelona. Probably an unexpected one. Now, do they really roll the dice? I was wondering if it would be the Madrid-born Munir, but you can see it's Sergio Roberto, so they're going to have to go like for like.
No, fans haven't had a whole hell of a lot to shout about ever since the opening goal from Neymar. It's been pretty much all Real Madrid, buoyed on by the fanatical Madridistas who have really got behind this team and applauded this wonderful. It's not just counter-attacking football either. It's just wonderful football. The way they win the ball and they find each other through this midfield, and then in the blink of an eye, Phil, it's up top. And
Neymar.
Barcelona don't have much to threaten inside as this second half has went on. The first half, they had a multitude of great opportunities, but hasn't been much in this second.
On the turn, Messi gets it around in a weak roller. Neymar.
Messi's brilliant here in finding Neymar again. A little bit of an off day. Instant control, lovely little touch on, and again, Neymar fluffs his lines. His passing has been a little blunt. His shooting hasn't been clinical at all. Looked a little rough.
Last four home Clásicos, Benzema now with 5 goals. Is that last one going to be enough to keep Barcelona at bay? 2-goal margin for Real. 17 minutes left. Luis Enrique, hands in his pockets on the sideline. Former Real player who left to some disgust to his old fans for Barcelona. In on the turn for Messi. Trying to dummy it through Sergio Roberto, but picked off by Carvajal. James denied. And now a collision with Mathieu going through Carvajal, and it's Carvajal with the yellow.
Well, he's got away with 1 or 2, not this time. Mascherano does brilliantly earlier, and this time he comes right through Jeremy Mathieu. Easy one for the referee. Comes through the player.
From
the
behind,
back.
arguably.
Yep.
Could have been a red if you read the rule book. Long for
Great
Pedro.
header. Superlative covering here. Again, Pedro's in behind Sergio Ramos this time. It's a wonderful ball, but Sergio Ramos springs back Rudolf Nureyev style and gets it away.
Iniesta in the role of spectator as we are now approaching the final 15 minutes. Will this be the first defeat for Barcelona? If so, would draw Real Madrid to within a point and give Sevilla the chance to grab a share of the lead.
Played by Rakitic.
Good ball inside, looking for Neymar, cleared by Pepe.
Oh, what a touch by James.
Gets around Mathieu. Now for Benzema. But Piqué had the angle. Trying to get tricky with it. Benzema steals it back. Rodriguez. But Mascherano in the way.
Piqué does beautifully well in pursuit of Benzema, and he's got the ball at his feet, but he dwells in Benzema, pickpocketed him beautifully like the Artful Dodger. Magic.
Pedro doing his best, Jackie Chan, to steal it from Ronaldo. Here's Rakitic. Alves. Patience from Barcelona, but they're running out of time. Messi, but Carvajal saw it too. Rodriguez. Isco lets it run. Now Marcelo at the stripe.
Ever present, ever dangerous Brazilian Marcelo. Ancelotti has absolutely set his team up to perfection, Phil. The way they came out of this locker room of Ancelotti in the second half, they've upped the ante, they've went up a gear, and this crowd recognises it. This is a masterclass being performed by the home team, Los Vikingos.
Kroos looking pretty good with that Viking hat on. Out wide, feeding Ronaldo. Bravo, shepherds it out.
Again, the thunderous applause, everything that they're seeing, their men at the back. Casillas, when he's been called upon, has been tremendous. And no likelihood it'll be easily forgotten, but it shouldn't be. Been a complete and utter domineering team performance by the Whites.
Neymar. Messi past Roberto, wide for Mathieu, double teamed, and Rodriguez picks his pocket. Into the middle for Carvajal, back to the Colombian, now to Modric.
Wonderful appetite to get it back leads to this.
Marcelo. Mentioned Barca swept last season in league, but the last meeting was that Copa final with Gareth Bale pulling away. Not available here today. At the moment, Real does not need him. Supposedly the tired team, but still all three subs in their pocket.
I don't buy into that head game stuff of the 1 day extra rest. That can always act as an incentive. For my money, this Real Madrid team have been more dangerous without the Welshman. Benzema and Ronaldo have been absolutely superlative, and they've been steered in by Modric and this man, James.
Beautiful kick out wide for Rodriguez. In for Ronaldo, tackled by Mascherano.
Seems to be a better balance about them again.
Isco, Mascherano again.
Handball.
Scooped over for Sergio Roberto. Maybe the biggest match of his young Barcelona career. Can he be a difference maker? He's going to need to be. Neymar.
Ball.
Rakitic takes it.
Nicely.
Feeds Messi, but too far. Messi to his right, back to his left, sneaks it in. No problem for Casillas.
Every time the window of opportunity is being opened for Barcelona, and that one simple pass needs to be played just right down to the inch. It's not being provided. It's Rakitic this time. It had been Neymar several times earlier, but it's not going to open up this Real Madrid defense unless it's perfect.
Otamendi putting his jersey on, getting ready to plug whatever gaps there might be.
There'll be some tired legs. He could pick one of three. James, Isco perhaps would be the natural one. Modric has worked himself into the ground. He's been tremendous at the back.
Neymar scored first. Real's put 3 straight on the board. Pedro cuts inside, leaves Pepe down in his wake, but never gets a chance to pull the trigger. Chested down Busquets.
Wonderful elusiveness there by Pedro. Controlled the ball beautifully, and it hit Pepe down, put the rights, but just didn't get the final touch to settle the ball for a crack at Saint-Iga's net.
10 minutes left. Sergio Roberto. Good step up Modric. Neymar with help. the Brazilian. Messi says, I'll take it. Around Isco, around Kroos. Busquets, Neymar. Mathieu looking to take advantage. Here's Rakitic. Left foot, denied by Isco. Falls for Marcelo.
A brilliant slide tackle in there from Isco. His legs starting to look a little heavy.
Pedro wins it back nicely. Back for Alves with an angle. Now for Rakitic. Driven low and headed wide by Ramos.
Good
Corner
involvement by Dani Alves, but again, this white mesh set up by Sergio Ramos and Pepe in front of Casillas, doing an absolutely superb job in defence of the rabbit hole attacks of Barca, still coming at them.
Rakitic deflected, top of the 18 for Alves, got away from him a bit. Now Ronaldo with an entourage. Benzema, Rodriguez, and Ronaldo in the middle. Ronaldo denied. Sergio Roberto holds back.
Magic from Benzema sets up the Dark Invader with a lovely ball, and Cristiano tries to play the right ball. It's just a half an ounce off of fading James, which again would have been an astonishing tsunami tidal wave attack by Los Blancos.
A 2-goal lead, but against Barcelona, that's not secure until the final whistle. Rakitic for Busquets, who's been somewhat limited coming back from injury. Sergio Roberto, who had to step in for an injured Iniesta. Mathieu, back for the young man from La Masia. Rakitic lets it run. Alves on the near side. Pedro in the middle, if he can find him. Rakitic. Messi lurking, trying to thread it through Busquets. Marcelo read it. Benzema at the point, everyone else protecting the goal. Messi. Wide for Mathieu. Diving header, Ramos. Sergio Roberto tries to bring it down. Did he get a touch? No. Real fans think he did. Mathieu stripped by Modric. Won back by Sergio Roberto. In for Pedro. Messi. Rakitic. Now Alves. Across the goal, cleared by Pepe. Continuing to try and force it in from the flanks. Real Madrid with its first substitution. And it will be Isco who led the break.
Hear this all right. It's been a wonderful 82 minutes from him. The bandy-legged one. Wonderful skill. Indefatigable energy. And pretty much an indomitable footballer here today. His finest game in the royal white shirt, and the Madridistas let him know we approve.
Asier Yaramendi out there to help his fellow Basque Telmo Zada stay in the lead from Lionel Messi's assault for one more day. Neymar and Messi 30 yards from goal. Real will take that every day of the week. In towards the area, blasted away by Pepe. Modric surrounded and works his way out. Marcelo with Ronaldo ready to run. And now taking it off the boil, 85th minute. Bit of a slow start this season for Real Madrid. They've turned it on as the season has progressed and can now be within a point of the lead.
Well, Ancelotti has got to be credited with that. From that wobbly start, he brought the men in, and he galvanized them and brought them back together and had them believing in each other and turned that ship around from a very, very discouraging start. But man alive, have they improved exponentially.
Neymar much more involved. Messi lurking just outside the arc. Chipped by Mascherano, falls for Alves, but it is touched away by Modric before it comes down. 5 minutes left in regulation. Threaded through, but Marcelo got at the end of the needle.
Tackle.
Piqué wasn't quite sure, but it falls for Rakitic. Mathieu, Roberto, Mathieu, Messi. Neymar draws the defense wide for Sergio Roberto. Need to think quickly, and he doesn't.
Not that type of player to try to beat a player and then the second one, and that's always been the case with Real Madrid. Said it in the first half, their insurance policy around the danger man has been absolutely impeccable.
Sami Khedira making his return for Real Madrid.
Wow, what a performance here. He's had his ups and downs and his detractors amongst all of these people that are applauding him. But he was wonderful, right, left and centre. Energy galore, but his touch on the ball, the way he helped the ball stick, the way he set up the goal as well. Chances galore. Tremendous performance by Benzema, and Hierro couldn't have even contained him in his best days. Magnificent from the Frenchman.
Couple of games at the start of the season for Khedira. Got injured in the 4-2 loss against Sociedad and makes his return here, trying to hold on to all 3 points. One substitute left for Real. 3 minutes left for Barcelona, plus added time. Busquets. And again, Messi and Neymar 30 yards out as Barca trying to force in from the flanks. Messi now, 2 walls in front of him. Pedro.
And again, they're wonderfully moving walls, if there's such a thing, Phil. It's not just these back four for Real Madrid that are doing the defending, but the midfield has been absolutely nuclear energy.
Alves, strong drive in, but cleared by Pepe. Not only a goal scorer, but a rock on defense. Rakitic. Alves tries it again, low. This time it's Ramos. The drum beats as those Viking warships ready to draw within a point of the league leaders. Final substitution, Alvaro Arbeloa coming in for Modric.
Fabulous from the Croatian international, another one that was in his absolute best. On the ball, off the ball. His defensive work mirrored his attacking prowess, picking the right pass and then shutting down every Barcelona threat. A magnificent performance from Luka. The ex-Dinamo Zagreb man was magnificent.
Now, Arbeloa coming in. Will they push him out to the left flank and push Marcelo up? Or put Arbeloa in the more uncomfortable, unusual defensive midfield position? It looks like it is Marcelo pushing up, attacking Arbeloa early. A swing by Ramos sends it out for another corner.
Fewer and fewer targets defined for Dani Alves when he gets in those positions now.
Ninth corner for
Neymar
Barca.
not making the runs like he used to, or Messi, and no Suarez. Ica's men comfortably defending.
Into the near post, deflected by Khedira as he gets a touch. Don't forget tomorrow on beIN Sports in Espanol, Sevilla Villarreal. If this score holds, Sevilla could take the lead. Marcelo too far for Rodriguez.
Of all people as well, and a wide open pass from Marcelo. He breaks his lungs to get from that left back position to a centre forward position.
Trickles through, but cut off before it finds Messi. Barca needs not one, but two, and Real Madrid impenetrable since the 4th minute. And Ray, if there is a storyline here, it might be with how well Real Madrid controlled this game once they took the lead. Barcelona rarely threatening Casillas in the second half. Almost for Ronaldo. 3 minutes added. The first league defeat of the Luis Enrique era, and I'm sure Madrid fans will appreciate it, comes at the Bernabeu. Ramos draws and delivers. Surprised?
Not after seeing the way that this Royal White team played at Anfield. It was an ominous road marker, Phil, that they were in deadly form. In every position, this has been a typically authoritative performance by a team that is nothing less than resurgent. The scoreline, if anything, perhaps flatters Barcelona, and you can draw it back to a long, long way. But when the scoreline was 1-0, and Messi had that opportunity to make it 2-0, maybe, just maybe, that was Barcelona's greatest chance, because from that point on, Cristiano Ronaldo's men were meteoric, as impressive as any club playing football in the world, and arguably the best footballing team in the world. It's not down to their superstars either, Phil. This was a collective effort. This wasn't the Ronaldo show, or, as has often been needed, the Santiago Casillas show. It was every player in a white shirt that were just better right, left and centre than Barca today.
Final minute. Can Messi draw them close? High wide, and nowhere near handsome enough.
And that pretty much puts the exclamation point on it for the Madridistas. It's been a perfect night for them. There'll be other days for Gerard and the Blaugrana, but sometimes Lucio Enrique needs to tip your hat. It'll be a sombrero size, because nothing else can be said other than Ancelotti's men were close to perfection today.
The return leg, round 28, March 22nd in Barcelona. It'll be here on beIN Sports, and you're invited.
Ooh.
A tackle from behind, Ronaldo and Alves. Alves not happy with the back heel, and the call goes against Real's star.
This is deserved. The referee catches Cristiano with his back heel. There's a little bit of contact first, but then this is what Cristiano responds to. Now this is the stand-up, and Dani Alves goes down, and there's the back heel right into the player. But he couldn't contain himself, and it won't dampen the spirits that are absolutely like a volcano here. Molten emotion, Marcelo magnificent, as was every white shirt.
The final score, Real Madrid 3, Barcelona 1. Pepe 6 minutes into the second half, and it was Benzema with the goal. Marcelo, however, our Napa player of the game, the man of the match, going to the Brazilian left back, who is nearly foot perfect. Beautiful performance in the second half by Real Madrid. Now 7-0-2, Barcelona falling to 7-2-0. 80% passing success for Marcelo, 6 crosses. You take a look at the clearances and the blocks and the interceptions, only telling part of the story.
Yeah.
Statistics don't quite capture what Marcelo did today.
Well, Napa makes all sorts of parts, and that man there personified the Napa man of the match. Superlative amongst Aladdin's cave of jewels playing in the white shirts today. It was a celebratory performance from Ancelotti, who drew his team up perfectly.
Well, the final score tilting in the home side's favor and tossing this season into a mix. Barcelona holding on to the top spot, but barely. Real Madrid with 3 vital points at home. Back with more as we look in at the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid, the victors in El Clásico by a 3-1 scoreline.
Thoughtfully crafted.